Hey, it's Shapes, and welcome to another expedition of the Anime Encyclopedia. Yeah! 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 Well, we're doing it on Monday and not Tuesday because my mom's birthday is on Tuesday, so I'm doing that instead. I totally blanked on and everything, and so that's what we're doing. And so we're gonna do Monday, and then also the stream's not gonna be on Friday. Ideally, it's gonna be Thursday. So this week's a Tuesday, Thursday, weirdly enough. And the reason is because I have a certain event happening on Friday as well, Friday night. So this is what we're doing. Hello, Greg. Hello, PhotoGN. Good to see you guys. I found this recommended to me. This like I don't know. I'm looking into doing other what am I thinking? You know, other mixes. Not for this. Like, I'm probably sticking with the Moomin stuff till the end of this series, just because I'm very sentimental like that. Like, you know, if I stick with one thing, if I've forgotten this or whatever. I like what this is, where it's all this mix, and then I'm sorry, I forgot. Speaking of the fucking mix, I'm a dumbass. And of course now it goes down. There it is. Probably, and then like when we finish when we're getting to the end of the letter, I like switching it to the Cold Steel one. But I might do some other ones on later stream series. Happy birthday to your mom. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Here it is. We got to get to Sheba and the Dog's Peaceful Heart. So S-E, then we'll go through the rest of it, S-E, S-H. Yeah. I read them out loud, and I remember this one didn't necessarily have a ton of, like, super notable articles, I guess. But you never know with this book. You just never know. I have a lot of bottles on my desk. Okay, let's get to this. Whew, I have to move the cursor very far down the axle there. But by that I mean like, oh, sorry, hold on. Makes sense. Yeah, this bar right here, it's getting close to the end there. Ooh, making it. Okay, where are we? Seed of the, so we did see secret desires, secret seed. All right, now we're on Seize the Wind. I'm pretty excited. This is from 1988, but I'm pretty excited just as a general other marker of my week, and I have a lot of things going on, but I'm really happy with the progress I'm making, and so far I've been able to uphold everything, and nothing's fallen apart just yet. We'll see. Only thing being neglected right now is my main channel video, but that's already scripted and that's pretty. And I also have recorded a Patreon extra for that, but I have to edit that still. Maybe I'll do that. No, I'm gonna work on this other thing. But we're in the final stages of like this other major disc project for Discotheque we haven't announced yet, that I've been working on, and yeah, I've done a lot for it. So I'm pretty happy about being active and involved in the process. But you'll find out what it is. Yeah. Motocross. Motorcycle trickery abounds, alongside sporting hardships, and, of course, feckless foreign rival Jeff Animath. Of course, but okay. Nothing else to say about that. Moving on. Sekai Ichi Hatsukoi. or World's Greatest First Love from 2011. I just realized that last one was from 1988, and I need to check the first book. Dang it, Bobby! Yeah, here it is. Yeah, nothing else. No change. Very short article. This one's not short. I wonder if I can do things to my audio that would, like, reduce the noise. I know that just kind of comes out of nowhere, but I was just reflecting on it. Like, there's probably, like, effects and stuff, but I don't... This is not the time to fiddle with it, I guess, but here I go fiddling with it. Why am I doing this? Noise gate, noise suppression. More CPU usage, good quality. And then there's speaks. Low CPU, just low quality. Okay. Kind of, noise makes it comfy. That's fair, Cozy. It's good to see you. Oh my gosh, it worked! I'm seeing the mic. I'm seeing it go all the way down to 0. When normally it's like at a comfortable like low level or whatever. It goes all the way down. Does this sound okay? Listen, and the reason I ask is because I can do recording or whatever, and I guess I could have tested that way. Maybe not during a stream. But let me know if this sounds okay. Like tinny or whatever. Like, can you understand me? I don't know. But and also, if you guys like the noise, as Cozy does, then I don't mind that either. I don't mind that too much. If the inoffensive boys' love story doesn't grab you, the background of manga publishing might. As might the many English aphorisms used for episode titles. It grabbed enough Japanese audience to justify a second series from the same crew. Alright. They pretty much give a, say, inoffensive boys' love story, but that's not much to go off of. Sounds the same, but without the noise. Okay. Great. I'm surprised. Shuichi Seki. Cool. Character designer. Sekirei. Reminds me of the Hajime no Ippo OP. But not the first one, the one for New Challenger. See, like, I really hate whenever they do this. Like, they just make you... I read this, and then maybe I'm just not paying attention. Okay, I'm probably not paying it. I'm just maybe just glossing over or something. Minato Sahashi is highly intelligent. He just looks like a loser because he can't cope under pressure. He's failed his college entrance exam twice and is in despair when he meets a mysterious girl and learns that he is actually an Ashikabi, a member of an elite group that has the right genes to be masters of the Sekirei, a group of 108 curvy women, cute girls, and hot young men with fighting powers to match their improbable physical endowments. They're engaged in a secret battle to save the world from evil, and the risks are immense. The Sekirei may not survive this contest, and their masters risk losing them forever. Yes, it's a harem. You know, the yes, it's a harem kind of like took me off guard. Just was it because of like be the masters of the Sekirei, a group of 108 curvy women, and then my synapses just go harem? But I read the rest of the sentence: cute girls and hot young men. So it's just people. But like, sure, it functions as a harem. But like, I just don't like when they make this assumption that I'm as cynical as them to be like, yeah, you're right, it's a harem, right? That's just what annoys me. I'm not really bothered enough to write it down though. This show doesn't just contain fan service, it is fan service. Completely unashamed. It's like Pokemon, but with tits. It's less than 15 minutes into the stream! It's less than 15 minutes into the stream, and they just said Sekirei is like Pokemon with tits? What? How outrageous! Like, yeah, okay, it's a joke. I'm gonna print the fucking Wikipedia page, apparently. I misclicked. Come on, guys! I don't see it. I don't even see 108 women. I just see one girl. I don't even know where the guy is. Because again, the harem, with shows like this, the guy very often doesn't matter. I'm not gonna make, I don't want to make a generalization, I am, but you're seeing in the promotional material here, right? It's about the girl here. Like, this is the important one. Like, it's all about the girls and their dynamics and personalities. And, you know, if it really was about the guy, you know, it's... I don't know. Sekirei shippings. Yeah. No shit. I don't know. But, like... I was expecting a lot more than that. There's 5. There's 6. Okay. Yeah, there's comfortably 6. Alright. I was going to watch it because it's made by the same director who made my favorite anime, but now I have even more reasons to watch it. Who directed it? Keizo Kusakawa. Who dat? Oh, okay. Nanaha. Cool. Yeah, he's still active today. Nice. Riddle Story of Devil. I like Document Riddle. I think that's the only one from this list. Oops. I think it's the only one from this list that I've seen. I'm pretty sure it's the only one I've seen as Document Riddle. Cool. I gotta rewatch that show. I'll probably be pretty disappointed in it, but I used to really like it. Jesus. Okay. It moves its predictable plot along at a brisk pace and gives characters what passes for development in a genre that is more about choosing your first puppy than anything else. The second series followed in 2010. Except the art director. What's your favorite? dismissive. Nanaha A's, I believe that's his directorial debut. I had to check again. Yeah, A's is his directorial debut, and he's never left that position since, it seems. Same, same Chi-Chi, same Chi-Chi. 2010. more hentai reviews. Ah. 1992, Senbon Matsubara. Okay. No change. Sen Goku Basara Samurai Kings from 2009. Season 1 with Shinbo and Kusakawa as a Shinbo protege. Nice. I think it's a positive so far. Often unexpectedly beautiful BGs celebrates the joy of excess. Okay. Yeah, positive. Please, I'm trying to actually put my life in some sort of order. Ah! Am I so, a time sink for you? Because, it's as much a time sink for you as it is for me. At least I'm trying to, really try to get to it. Sengan Kagura. 2013. Wow. I didn't learn a damn thing from that. This is their article for Sengen Kagura. 5 Japanese schoolgirls are training in secret to be ninja at the Hanzo Academy, only to be confronted by 5 other Japanese schoolgirls in training at the even more secret and evil Hiritsu Hebi Academy. Everybody has big boobs, based on a game by Marvelous and Soft. Are we even trying? We're not trying, are we? I understand. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, okay. I can't even give this say they have an opinion because they don't give one. But like, fuck. Short. I'm just making sure, like, notably short and long. Just like a Sengan Kagura. To be honest, big boobs is kind of a good summary for this. Sure. But, like, explain, like, do they fight each other? They're confronted, and what do they do? Jeez, I don't know. And, like, sure, they say, come on, you really need to know, or I don't know. I've certainly seen it around. I know the name, and I've seen some, like, images and stuff. Images. I don't know, some footage or whatever. I actually didn't know it had a 12-episode anime from 2013. Big booba affectionate instead of big boobs derogatory. Yeah, you're right. It's like flirting versus harassment. Know the difference. Huh. Yeah, actually... know the difference. Huh. Sensitive pornograph. 2004. Great. The sensualist. I'll read this one out loud. I'm interested. This one got viral on TikTok at one point. The merchant Yonosuke decides to help his underling Juzo, a comical peasant who has made an unwise bet with a malicious acquaintance. The fool has bet his manhood that he will sleep with the famous courtesan Komurasaki on their first meeting, when any cultured person would know that she would not dream of doing so for the richest and most intelligent man in the land, let alone this hayseed. Yonosuke has known her for a long time, and that at his request she agrees to help the poor fool out, not only giving him a night beyond his wildest dreams, but even writing a certificate of the event on his underwear in her most elegant calligraphy. Novelist Saikaku Ihara chronicled the follies and dramas of the old-time Japan in his works. This film was based on just part of his life of an amorous man, retelling a few of the adventures of Yonosuke. The exquisite, jewel-like animation makes use of techniques that recall the traditional crafts of old Japan. Cells were not simply painted, but embossed with the textures of leaves or fine fabrics. Genitals are not just pixelated or blacked out, they are transformed into symbolic representations from old woodcuts. A penis becomes the head of a tortoise. A vagina is splitting fruit or unfolding flower. Director Abe's pace is as slow and precisely calculated as a courtesan's every move, producing a hothouse atmosphere of elegant eroticism as far removed from the teenage crudities of most porn anime as Edo is from modern Tokyo. A beautiful anime. Nice. Happy to see that. I'm looking forward to watching this one. again, it's one of those like few pornograph like anime erotica that really feels like it's worth seeking out. You know, I do like that article. I'll give that a good one. And of course, I'm even more... I didn't know about the cell thing. That's really cool. Peak erotica. Yeah. I mean, hard to beat Belladonna, but... maybe. Sentimental Journey. From 1998. Oh, and yeah. Yeah, there's no change. What? Wait, what? Based on the game Sentimental Graffiti, they make this claim. A show about the everyday lives and little romantic problems of 12 teenage girls isn't exactly what we expect from the Sunrise studio. But since over a dozen Gundam kits have been sold for every inhabitant of Japan, doubtless there was an ulterior motive. Selling new models and figurines to the chiefly male target audience. It's based on a video game. You said that. Why not? It's to promote the video game. Bring on Harvigan to give his utmost opinion on it. I'd be interested in what he thinks of it. But like they're generalizing the studio for the Gundam studio. You know what I mean? Like, what? Whatever. Imagine this before Love Life became their bread and butter. I'm curious, actually. Hold on, this is actually bothering me now. This came out 1999. 1998, Sentimental Journey. Here it is. So this came out. This is the show that they're talking about. What else have they made by this point? They've made City Hunter. More mecha, of course. Ganbarist Shun. Dirty Pair Flash. Rather have super, but it's just a producer role. Oh, what's this? From 92? Mama's a 4th grader? A battalion. But they've made so much more than just fucking Gundam. They're mostly a mecha studio for sure. But you know, it's like, isn't exactly what Sunrise Group, but since over a dozen Gundam kits have been sold, the ulterior motive, right? It's like, oh, these all have ulterior motives. I don't know, it just rubs me the wrong way. Mr. Ajiko. I'll definitely say it's unique and interesting as being kind of one of the earliest of its kind that Sunrise themselves made. But again, that's not too big of that's not so notable because you could make that sort of claim about a ton of different anime. You know, like for all these different studios, it's not that huge of a claim. And Idols and Mecha always went well together, though. Sunrise is the Idolmaster Cineglacia studio. Sentimental Journey doesn't feel like an ad. It feels more Yashike. It looks fine. Reminds me we should finish Seiren. Mama's a 5th grader is also Sunrise? Mama's a 4th grader is fun, cute show. The honest gremlin lady. Gremlins are best. She's right behind Mecha. Yeah. I don't know. It's just like a weird generalization to make. I'm still gonna write it down because it's just like they're generalizing studios the same way that fans do today. You know? I think it's fine to make a good indicator, but you know, at the same time, just because Sunrise is making Love Live, it's not like the same people made Gundam. Do you know what I mean? It's different individuals. I feel like the framing needs to be individualistic more. Although certainly, then it's like, yeah, Mushi as a studio or something within 1 year, like Group A, I don't know. There's more nuance and not just like, oh, Sunrise. Romantic problems. Isn't exactly what we expect from the Sunrise studio, but since over a dozen Gundam kits have been sold for every inhabitant of Japan, doubtless there was an ulterior motive, selling new models and figurines to the chiefly male target audience. Tomino did the storyboards for the opening of Mama's a 4th grader, so I guess it's a mecha show too. Yeah. Remembering the joke that Metal Gear Rising was composed by the Toontown soundtrack guy. I'm like, that's cool, and that sort of stuff's interesting. But then there's also like cross-studio stuff, like there's, you know, people hopping to different projects. Senyu. Sorry, that's not where I type it. This was from 2013. A Thousand Years... I have to read the whole synopsis just to give you an explanation of, like, where this is coming from. I don't know if it's not that big of a deal, but... 1,000 years after the evil Demon King was shut away to save the world, she escapes. The king is a girl, parentheses. The ruler summons the 75 descendants of the hero who defeated evil all those years ago. One of these hapless draftees is Alba, a confused soul who doesn't seem to stand much of a chance. But if it is he who joins forces with the Demon King herself in order to take down the bad demons who have smashed holes into his world. If that's confusing, it's probably supposed to be. Anime adaptation of the author's screwball fantasy manga. I don't know, it didn't seem that confusing to me. But I don't know, I just have very little attachment to that, I guess. Mitsuyo Seo. Pseudonym for Norikazu Seo. He retired from illustration in 1949 to illustrate children's books. That's cool. Sequence from 1992. I don't see it. I don't see sequence. And there's Seraphim Call right afterwards. And there's no Japanese name, so I'm going to say that's a new entry. Nothing to it though. Very, very short article. Why even include it then? Seraphim Call from 1999. A sci-fi respray of Sentimental Journey. The entry right before this. It goes Seraphim Call, which is the one I'm on right now. And before that was Sentimental Journey. Sentimental Journey and then Seraphim Call. And they just called Seraphim Call a sci-fi respray of the thing they just talked about. It's from Sunrise. Is it based on the video game or something? Does it have actual connection to... It's an anime series by Sunrise. This is a weird Wikipedia article. There's something personalized about this. Seraphim Call is a Japanese anime series by Sunrise in '99. Seraphim Call may be considered an avant-garde in several respects. For example, it is an anthology of individual stories while most other anime is serialized. What? I mean, I guess, but like, that doesn't make it that special. Other examples include a surprise ending that comes at the beginning of one of the stories, an episode seen entirely through the eyes of a plush toy. One is largely a Thunderbirds parody, and two nearly identical episodes from individual twins' perspectives. The experimentation in plot structure can be very subtle, and often requiring the viewer to watch episodes twice before noticing it. What? Who wrote this? At least it's pretty thorough, all things considered. Like, weird. I'm not hating on anthologies. I'm just saying that, like, this isn't unlike most anime, right? It's like, what? I heard a lot of good things about Seraphim Call. It sounds interesting. Heard those two being compared before. Anime original, but mostly seen as a spiritual successor. The director worked as an episode director on Journey. Okay, cool. A sci-fi respray of Sentimental Journey. Wow. Each of them has a different talent or hang-up, parentheses, in place of characterization. Thanks. This is during the synopsis. Can you not dig on it right now? And each has a story devoted to her. And like anthologies typically go, they're describing every single episode. This collection of adolescent fantasies, some with an SF twist, like Yukina's Turn A Gundam parody robot. Yukina's Turn A Gundam parody robot? What? Is designed to promote a game and sell related merchandise. Wait, what? This collection of adolescent fantasies, some with an SF twist, like Yukina's Turn A Gundam parody robot, is designed to promote a game and sell related merchandise. Players can pick their favorite serif and get the idol card, gachapon toy, action figure, and so on. However, the only game that these characters were ever associated with was a by-mail interactive sequence in which readers of Dengeki PC Engine magazine would fill in a storyline, multiple choice, or ideas for dating locations. These virtual girlfriends spanned a surprisingly long period in MediaWorks publications, first appearing in Megami Tengoku in 1996, and not waving a final farewell until 2000. So they predated the anime series, which came out in 99, by a lot. But then it aired... They make it sound like they lasted a long time after the series. The series is more of a culmination, because they say it's like not waving a final farewell until 2000. Yeah, because the anime ran in the fall season of 99 and ended December 22nd, 1999. So like, yeah, and then that was the end of the campaign. That was the end of the media thing. It's the media mix. But they just have this like complex to it. Seraphim Call publication catalog. I'm happy they brought up the game stuff, but... Yeah, okay, so they actually added something to this one. Because they end with, they can do action figures, da-da-da, and so on. And then they... Seraphim Call added... However, the only game that these characters were ever associated with was a by-mail interactive sequence Yeah, and then also, first appeared in '96, and not waving a final farewell until 2000. The anime ends December 1999. Like, yeah. I don't know. But that's interesting that they actually gave that context, Because in the first edition, it says collection of adolescent fantasies specifically is designed to promote a game and sell related merchandise. It was anime original. Actually, I'm now interested in it for sure. Seraphim slash sentimental journey. And I'd give it dismissive here. Seraphim call a sci-fi respray of sentimental journey. Yeah. I'm gonna put this actually over here. The trend. The general trend that I'm picking up here seem critical and cynical about the media mix. Oh, it's just to sell toys, and it has these other things, and all the... Oh, it's a whole thing, a whole franchise. I don't know. It seems weird to me. I'm not getting that trend from just, obviously, that one article. It feels like a general. Serendipity. The Pink Dragon. Dargon. Pink Dragon from 1983. It's it's based on an illustrated book by Stephen Cosgrove and Robin James. Toy-getic merch is treated very derogatorily even today, especially in 80s through 2000s shows. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. Because they see it as commercialism. When in reality, this art is unfortunately very expensive to make. And if they want to sustain it and continue to make this art and run a business, you have to do merch. You have to do sponsorships. You have to give us Astro Boy. You have to give this chocolate company the ability to put Astro Boy on their candy bars. You have to make this deal with NBC to get you this money to be able to make the show at all. But then they're saying, look, we have this thing going on, and you can't depict any people of color. You just no, please, none of that. In your show about Africa in Kimba the White Lion. Oh, and it has to be episodic. No continuity. Yeah, and they're like, okay, fuck me then. But like they still turned out a banger. It's just not the manga. It's just different. But they still made something really cool. But this stuff is that's what you do. At least, you know, that's what they've found to have worked. Doesn't look like anything's changed. It's interesting coming up with Sunrise. I'm sure they're going to bring it up because it has a ton of Gundam parodies. Sergeant Rog. From 2004. Sorry I haven't been reading this one out loud. I should have been, but I didn't. There hasn't been anything too weird about it, though. Gundam's beam rifles to Evangelion's last Lance of Longinus. A movie followed in 2006. They don't give any opinion, they don't have any much of a take, so that's it. And until Anno and Inoue complained it was intrusive for the sponsored content. Builders try would be their kryptonite. Yeah. Yeah. Or, I don't know. I don't know what they think of it. Zero Experiments Lane! I'll read this one! I'll read this one out loud. Shy 14-year-old Rain Iwakura. Am I high? Am I... Are they... Hold on. I mean... Okay, they're referring to Lane as her second self. Gotcha. Rain Iwakura. Shy 14-year-old Rain Iwakura meets a school friend on The Wired, a super internet that allows almost total immersion in cyberspace. But Chisa died by her own hand days ago. Now she says God is in The Wired. Understandably shaken, Rain is further baffled by a strange encounter in a club, where a junkie is so scared by her sudden chilling response to his pestering that he kills himself. Rain learns more about The Wired, drawing her further into another existence, one where Lane, her second self, lives an independent life in the electronic impulses. In an identity crisis redolent of Perfect Blue, Lane starts putting in appearances in the real world, causing her double to wonder if which of them is real. Uncertain of her true origins or existence, or of reality itself, Rain/Lane crosses paths with the godlike entity Deus, creator of The Wired, now dwelling inside it, in a surreal struggle. The listless analog world of the late 20th century and the digital dream of The Wired combine to present a vision of the dominance of technology so nihilistic that at times it makes Evangelion look almost sunny. I hate hyperbolics like this. Whatever. Real originality is rare in any field, but Zero Experiments Lane skillfully perverts the two as one magical girl tradition in an interesting internet-inspired direction. Did they just imply that Lane is a magical girl show? Not gonna lie, that's kind of big-brained. That's pretty big-brained. That is pretty big-brained. I made it for cereal. That's all of Lane. Nihilistic? Worse than Ava. Not worse than Ava. They're saying it's so nihilistic, it makes Evangelion look almost sunny. Like, it's way more nihilistic than Ava. And of course, Annalisa gets mind blown by that, the magical girl thing. Real originality is rare in any field, but Lane skillfully perverts the 2-as-1 magical girl tradition. 2-as-1 magical girl tradition? Like, oh, I'm 2 people. Tradition? I guess it's tradition in the way of, Creamy Mommy. And then there's ancestry with Akko, although Akko is never really Akkos are just disguises or transformations. But Akko's not necessarily, like, leading a double life the same way. I haven't seen Creamy Mommy, but my presumption is that's the case with Creamy Mommy. Persia, I don't think that's the case, though. I don't think she turns into 2 people. Emmy, I believe that's the case. Yumi? I don't remember. I don't know about Pasto Yumi. I haven't seen any of the Piero shows, honestly. But I'm thinking about tradition, right? And I guess Sailor Moon. But she doesn't have much of a duality to her in the same way. She's very much herself. You know? I would say if there's any kind of a transformational type of quality between regular girl and magical girl, I would say Tutu's a good example. But it's mostly the idol shows. It's mostly the transforming idol shows like Full Moon. But even then, like, Full Moon doesn't have like a identity thing going on. Hello. Anything interesting I missed? Lane is a magical girl show would be an interesting take, so I suspect they're not intentionally making it. Ah! Sheesh, Victor! You're so much more savage than me. That's blatantly untrue. It's not even like alternate persona, but that's way more moonlighting transformation. Yeah, you could say that about Saint Tail. I haven't seen Saint Tail either, but I know that's like a cat's eye thing, like you know, they're living a double life. But that's more indicative of thievery, like Cat's Eye. Cat's Eye is not a magical girl show. You know? Every time I think I've heard it all, they say something even more peculiar. Yeah, and you somehow make it in right as it gets good. Although Full Woodman and Hugs, I don't know if Annalisa was here for it either. Early in the stream, they said Sekirei, it is fan service, completely unashamed. It's like Pokemon, but with tits. So because they're talking about a harem show where like there's 108 girls, boys, and other like an army of 108 people, but it's like a 6-person harem. It's like Pokemon, but with tits. God. Oh well. Did I? Yeah, I looked it. Okay. I'll start writing stuff as soon as I finish the article. I'm going to keep reading now. In an interesting internet-inspired direction, fused with a paranoid Luddite technophobia. Fused with a paranoid Luddite technophobia. Much of the credit goes to Armitage III veteran Konaka and newcomer Abe, who has since created Nia Under 7. Director Nakamura deliberately plays up the low-budget animation. Low-budget animation. Come on. Making a virtue of the 1990s cost-cutting by contrasting Rain's flat, unnatural daily life with the luxuriant, swirling CG images of the Wired itself. Much of the action takes place in cyberspace or inside Rain/Lane's skull. And the blurring of links and walls between objective and subjective reality is chillingly effective. Unlike in Key the Metal Idol, Rain finds ordinary life messy and banal. Weighing the so-called advantages of humanity, she is prepared to trade up a sentiment guaranteed to appeal to troubled teens. The concept would be refined in more magical terms in Haibane Renmei, a later anime based on an earlier manga by Abe. At least they mentioned Abe. That's nice. They just need to compare every piece of media to something else. No wonder they barely enjoy anything. I glanced a bit over it on the rewind for the Kusakawa Nanaha bit. Oh, of course you did. You know, you gotta love their cutting ambition to say something that out there. So weird. Sad thing is, it's 108 people, so they could have compared it to Water Margin or Suikoden. Insert ha sound. Lane was heavily inspired by Dazaki's style. The fact they call it low budget makes me see it as another Dazaki day. Where do you know that as it being inspired by Dazaki? Did Nakamura have an interview talking about how much he likes Dazaki, maybe? Because I'd read that. I'd read the piss out of that. If there's sauce, can I get a sauce? I mean, at least the mangaka drawing is connected. No, that's what I mean. I'm happy Abe was mentioned at all. Weird, but at least they liked it. Dun dun dun. Yeah, Nakamura said that Dazaki heavily influenced his style. I don't know what the article was called, though. I mean, if I look up Nakamura and Dazaki, I'm sure, Dazaki Osamu. Oop. I see productionig.com. Ryotaro Nakamura. Yeah, there it is. He started his career in animation at Madhouse as an in-betweener and then key animator, notably in many Dazaki classics. He made his debut it's just one that he initially worked on it on Dazaki stuff, but he didn't necessarily say he was inspired by him. Oh, after watching Dazaki's Gamba no Boken, it's Animetudes from 2 years ago, Takashi Nakamura. Oh, Takashi Nakamura, not Ryotaro Nakamura. Ryotaro Nakamura, quotations, Dazaki. Creative Spotlight, Ryotaro Nakamura. Aw. Despite being known for denser philosophical works, like Lane and Kino's Journey, many of Nakamura's earliest productions were colorful children's fantasies. Starting his career as a Madhouse animator, worked under Osamu Dazaki, it wasn't long before Dazaki recognized his talent for using animation to conceptualize and express more abstract ideas. With one of anime pioneers singing his praises, this was already a sign that Nakamura had great creative potential. Roots as an animator and a student of Dazaki's style of limited animation. Yeah, so I mean, at least according to this Crunchyroll article, that was by Tetaruk. B. Tetaruk. Okay. Yeah, I'll give you this sauce. Here's the sauce. No, I think you're right. I think you were right. I have sauce. I mean, at least the manga, yeah. Yeah. Okay, let me just check the first edition and write down. Yeah. They do have this, duality centric as you're letting on. But also, I guess it's an argument there. Because I was gonna be like, I don't feel like Lane is that heavily about which side is the real me, but like I see it, I do see it. It's not like made up, but I don't know. I find that it'll be a little overblown, especially to the point of comparing it to magical girl shows. And I'm not trying to be like, whoa, the tone is so different. I'm literally just trying to be like honest about magical girls being a two as one tradition. I find that's very generalizing. That's typically not the case, and not very indicative of magical. Like, oh, I go to the magical girl shows because it's a secret identity or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's not a core function or appeal of the genre. It just isn't. You know? Makes me think. All right. Yugo Sarikawa. It's there in a couple episodes, definitely in that one ending where she says herself. Right. That's what I mean, like, later on. It sort of has that, but, like, Double Life is very reductive. Yeah, I agree. Yugo Sarikawa. Cool. Toei director. Servant Princess. It's definitely an appeal point for shows that have it. Yeah, for shows that have it. No, you have a very good point. But I would say even ones that do have it, it really just depends on what they emphasize, you know? Because I don't know how much Full Moon really emphasizes the duality of, like, oh man, you know, the full moon presence is so different from the real me, you know? I think she's just kind of using it in Full Moon's case, you know, Mitsuki's using it as a way of achieving her dream, and it is her. It's not like she acts differently, or she just looks like a different person. But she's only, you know, literally all it is making her older, blonde hair, and no cancer. It's almost like a time-skipped version of herself. Or like an alternate reality where she didn't have cancer. Most tokusatsu are about secret identities. Might as well compare every magical girl show to Kamen Rider. You say that, but that Normalities vid really did say that Double Life is the LGBT angle. It's all henshin hero to me. And, you know, and even what you just said there for women, I feel like there are definitely some Kamen Riders that the identity is a function of it, and that is a core part about it. Like, they can't let people know. But my very first Kamen Rider show was pretty refreshing, being Gaim, where the first two, like the second episode, Koda does not give a shit. And he's just transformed. He's like, oh my god! And he just kind of just like uses it wherever, and everyone knows it's him. Maybe there's something I might be misremembering. Like it's been like 2 years since I've seen Gaim, but there really was never any illusions of like, whoa, who's that? And it's like, uh-oh, they know it's me. You know what I mean? We're bringing up this double identity thing to talk about how it affects the narrative or how it affects the characters. That's definitely the case with some things like Perfect Blue. You know, but it has to actually affect something. It can't just be like, oh, they have a secret identity, ooh. You know? And that's it. Like, no. If they're the same character, if they act the same way, you know? It's sci-fi and dealing with identity for sure, but it's more psychological and trying to find meaning in what feels like nothing. It does provide an answer despite them saying nihilistic. Yeah. Lane is like Gridman because they're both in the computer. Perfect Blue is way more about identity than Lane. Like, yeah, it touches on that, but it isn't the focal point. I think Lane is more about finding yourself in a world that expects you to conform, which does tie into the LGBT themes, but not explicitly. Is she treated differently? Symphogear definitely has some interesting plot points about the secret identity. That's fair. There's the thing about that. A lot of themes overlap heavily for LGBT reads into that. I mean, Lane is a pretty quiet character and implied she's socially isolated for being different. Did they get to Seraphim Call yet? Nah, you just missed it, Raj. You can go back in the stream, I think. I think you can rewind. And they do talk. I am interested in that show now. But it's funny, the Wikipedia article is weird. Because it's just like written in like a fan wrote it. I certainly didn't know it was like that from reading the encyclopedia. I mean, kind of, maybe, but not exactly. And they just called it a sci-fi respray of the other show Sunrise did the previous year. I mean, Lane's pretty fun. Yeah, and then they throw it out second season. Michi role-playing his brother, but yeah, it's way different. On the second thought, but not that much, maybe. Also, I tried watching Sane Ao this past weekend, but the audio was horrible and choppy. Aww. What did I miss? Sentimental Journey is pretty hype. But, yeah, so Sentimental Journey and Seraphim Call were talked about, and I got interested in them. I had never heard of them before. They sound pretty interesting. Thanks, I can't watch anything raw because I like to fully immerse myself in what I'm watching. Boo. But understandable, but boo. Fair. They compared Lane to a magical girl show. Yeah, Seraphim Call's awesome. Yeah, so they said about Lane, this was kind of funny, skillfully perverts the two-as-one magical girl tradition in an interesting internet-inspired direction. And we're just talking about how, like, no, not necessarily, but mainly for the magical girl thing of, like, is it really a big, like, two-as-one identity crisis? Like, you know, they're comparing Lane to, like, Perfect Blue. Because it's like, whoa, there's Rain Iwakura, and then her online persona, Lane. Like, that's a Rain/Lane. It's like, oh, it's a big point of focus for them. And that was a little weird for me, but I can understand it. So I'm not really putting it as an odd choice. But the Magical Girl comment's a bit of an odd choice to me. I mean, I can admire the art and animation of a raw anime, but I also like to enjoy the writing too. What does fuck saying mean? Okay, Servant Princess. 2004. It's porn. Ugh. Porn. You're spoiling the porn for me, man. Come on. You have got to be kidding me. Oh my god. You guys. Okay, Raj. You there? You're about to be triggered? Raj, you ready to be triggered? Ready to be triggered here? Hold on. Clever typography means the Japanese title looked unintentionally, of course, like Love Hina! But fans picking up on that basis would feel shortchanged. Ah! It's a different type of fantasy with less romantic yearning and more sex, but the characterizations and motivations are just as improbable. Whatever. I would pay these guys to tell me. Has Shapes done a video about watching raw anime? Cozy, I wrote a video in like 2018 or maybe even earlier. It's definitely something I've intended to make. But but I don't know. I have to figure out a way. I've watched a lot of raw anime by now. And I have a whole script about it, about the experience and like the thought process. But I'd have to look at it and refine it, I think. Maybe I'll do a follow-up or something, because the video I'm working on next and hopefully releasing next is about a raw anime. So, but I'm not going to focus on that specific point. After Effects writer visits the theater show and then sees the actors change a costume to a different character. That's just like Magical Girls. Wasn't there a line in Cypher you did about watching raw anime and you compare it to raw beef? Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Oh my god. I think so. I have to look at that again. I have to find that. I can't go on my channel because that's dealing with shapes and everything. But I have to look at my Cypher. I have a video folder just for ciphers.
Gotta say, 9.
Shut up. I'm not listening to it. It's from 2018. Jesus Christ. Oh, I don't... 80 seconds of weeb, white, nerd rap. Yeah. Beef. This just reminded me of Soul Madness. Damn. Wow. I'm cringing. Yeah. Yeah. This is so aged. Holy shit. Not in a bad way, but in a way that's just like references from 2018. Like referencing the Trigger Patreon. Oh, God. Shit. I can't believe I can't believe I'm spitting about shit that like I would be saying now. I've not grown. Shit. No, I don't think I don't think it compares to raw beef, but oh, you know what? It could be the other ones. I'm not looking at the rest of the other ones. Not now. I'm sorry. Why they gotta do this to me? Yeah. I think you should know at least some basic Japanese before trying my anime. Even the kids' shows, I feel like there's a lot of gaps. They probably don't tell you who sings the ending song for that 18+ OVA. What? I don't even know. Why they gotta do this to me? Stop comparing everything to everything because meaningless. It's Lavina again. Does it got subs? I mean, I know some basic Japanese, but enough to watch the whole show. I just want to say Shaves is my favorite magical girl show. He shaves, but Caribou-kun is a secret identity. Oh yeah. Make a video on Ryan. I mean, speak in Mandarin without English subs. Get fucked. Mario Odyssey is the best magical girl show. React it live. Shut up. I literally am tearing up in this eye, actually, from how much that hurt. Speaking Indonesian, because those are the most dedicated toku writers. Doesn't South America love toku too? For me, the worst is when I can only find Chinese rips of raw anime because I don't spend the last almost 6 years of my life studying. Yeah, what exactly? Have you run into that, Roger? Like when like the only anime you can find, the only version of an anime you can find is in the Chinese audio? Or do you mean the subs? Chinese rips of raw anime, so like the Chinese audio only? What anime are stuck like that? Yeah, but not to the visible degree I've seen in C. I like my anime like I like my anime so rare it's raw. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, no, now I remember that. It's definitely in the 19 cipher. Sheesh. So glad someone subbed to Zaki's Confucius anime. Yeah, I watched that. Certainly was an anime. The only reason I know of the OVA in question is that Precure Singer is in it. Oh, okay. The only version of the Hello Spank movie I found was in French. Oh, wow, really? Damn. Okay. Servant X Service. Chinese audio for the Akoeta Gachimpo movie. 2 seasons of the show are in Japanese, so the movie, okay. Shinran Shonan Buddhist OVA? Okay. I'm out of Gatorade. I'm not out of Gatorade, but I'm just out of Gatorade in my immediate vicinity. Which a cynical encyclopedist might suggest valorizes having an actual profession as some sort of fantasy realm for the magazine's implied readership of students and slackers. What? Office romance, troublesome locals, and bureaucratic tedium beset them in this adaptation of Karino Takatsu's manga series in Big Gangan magazine, which a cynical encyclopedist might suggest valorizes having an actual profession. Valorizes having an actual profession as some sort of fantasy realm for the magazine's implied readership of students and slackers. So they just insulted Big Gangan's entire readership as implied readership of students and slackers? The fuck? I also hate how coy they frame this, because you're putting in a fucking book. It's cynical encyclopedist might suggest that Valorize is having an actual profession as some sort of fantasy realm. What's wrong with you? Oh, we might imply that. What the fuck? A few random kid shows were in Chinese only. Maybe the unreleased Thunderbolt fantasy shows. Oh, that's true. Boys, SSX was cute. I once only found a few subbed episodes of second season 90s Movement. Oh yeah. It's thankful someone subbed those episodes. It's nice. Wow. Yeah, the Servant X Service OP is pretty good. It's in my head too. Can they not be overly cynical about everything? Might just did. Nope. Yeah. No, literally. Please tell me when I find the non-cynic encyclopedists. The British is strong with this one. No. Yeah. It's like, sheesh. I'll write that down for now. Hold on. Ugh. For Big Gone implied readership of students and slackers. Let's check out what Big Gone publishes. I'm on the cover of a magazine now. Oh, that's promising. Certain magical index. It featured Blade of Tempest. Oh, Full Metal Alchemist. A lot of video games. Oh, Mahojin Guru Guru, great. Soul Eater. Violinist of Hamlet. No, it's monthly. Well, actually, monthly is where Servant X Services is from. I believe this show, Servant X Service. Let's see. Servant. Wait a minute. It doesn't even show up. Sorry, I forgot I moved it over here. Wait, it's not even showing up. Hold on. Monthly Big Gangan. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's here. Okay. Where is it? It just linked it to it. Servant X Service. Yeah, Servant X Service doesn't show up. That's weird. Okay, but since 2010, monthly is a seinen manga. Students and Slackers. Aka. Again, a lot of like tie-in stuff like The Mandalorian and Star Wars Visions. Very cool. Oh, look, it's my icon. Haru Goat. Damn index. I'm probably partially regretting not getting into that rabbit hole. Wait, Nagarasete Irutoni's still running? I guess. You're looking at a different magazine. Yeah. Uso Ultimaiden. Let's go. You could play the PSP Arena Fire. Try Japanese Wikipedia. Yeah, I guess so I could, but I'm not. I'm moving on. Without any law and order to police, the cast of Servant X Service are soon forced to turn to each other for much of their antics and action. The one surprise with this series is that it was animated at all. Workplace dramas, even based on manga, are a dime a dozen in the live-action world, and it is a mystery why this one wasn't similarly picked up by an enterprising TV channel for a primetime slot with real people. These guys are the ones saying that? You know, there's so many other, so many anime that, could have been live action. But I love that they were animated. not that weird. I assume they have a lot of game tie-ins since the magazine's owned by Square Enix. Yeah, there are plenty of workplace anime. Where's my G-drama anime adaptation like Wotakoi? Working has like 1,000,000 seasons. It's got 3, Habe. It's got 3. It's got 4. Wait, 3 or 4? Hold on. I'm gonna be pedantic about this. Fuck you. Hold on. Working! With 2 exclamation points. Could not phase search for... Yeah, you could. Fuck off. Working. Why can't Kitsu phase work results? Or parse work results. Working. Whatever. Whatever. Because Aniplex wanted to fund an anime of it? Ain't working by the same studio, possibly even the same staff. Furthermore, it felt to me like it was a following in the footsteps of, say, Working a few years prior. Dude, I'd love if a man if his cat got an anime. Only live-action drama exists. That's such a stupid attitude to have. By that logic, why should we make new paintings since we already have enough, have enough? Or like, or because photographs exist. Or if we count www, 3 or 4 basically, is basically 1,000,000. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, weird comment to make. This is coming from them, you know, that know that there's tons of them. Really weird. Okay. Oh, okay. They're based on little stories of, from Lord Baden-Powell, the founder of Scouting. Let me just check the first edition because it's from '89. Yeah, Seaton was the leader of the North American Boy Scout movement from 1910 to 1915 until he left over disagreements about the military aspects promoted by Lord Baden-Powell and James West. Setting up the Woodcraft League, he promoted the healthy outdoor life with his 60 books and over 400 short stories and articles. Nice. So I'm correct. I just want to be corrected. It's not based on Lord Baden-Powell stories. It's based on Ernest Thompson Seton. Guys, there's too many animated superhero shows. Let's make them all live action. Isn't this book supposed to get people into anime? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering about. It feels like it doesn't feel enthusiastic. It feels very bitter. Like, I do think that this project really weighed on them, and like having to go through all the anime, all of it, really burnt them out. I don't know. People used photos for painting, but like clearly not enough that like they didn't print a second and third edition. They actually probably enjoyed doing this and had a good enough response to do a second edition and then a third edition. There was only one show mentioned starting with Sekai? Yeah. I mean, there's a ton of localized, in the first edition, Sekai, let's see how many ones start with Sekai. Because they do a lot of localized titles, so they're not all listed by that way. But let's see, in terms of Sekai in the index, you have Seikai no Monsho, Seikimatsu, Seirei, Seisen, Seisen, Seishoujo. There's literally not one. Oh, there's one. It's just down further. I'm dumb. Sekai Meisaku Gekijo. Sekai no Fushigi Tanken. Sekai no Monsho. Sekai no Osha King Kong. Self-portrait of a man. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 total in the first edition. And then obviously if I look up, if I do Sekai, it's probably going to be a lot in third edition. 47 results. Actually not as many as I was expecting, but I'm not going to go through all of them. This reminds me of reading how people thought FMV games were the future, and graphics would get phased out. Guess which video games are remembered these days? They tend to use English titles. Just like game journalism, they get around to into the cynical dirt from the work grind. Ah, okay. Yeah. Okay, no real change on that one. So 7 cities. Almost out of SE. Once I get a SE, I'm gonna get a Gatorade, and if I forget, someone mention it to me. I'm not gonna forget. This is from 1994. Wow, this is really interesting. Okay, this is like a 2-episode OVA, 7 cities. It's based on the author. It's based on a novel by Tanaka, LOGH author. And the premise is kind of cool. I'm not gonna say all of it, but like, just this setup is like, whew. What got me to make that noise earlier? Let me read it. In 2099, Earth has shifted off its axis and begins to rotate at an angle of 90% to the 20th century equator. 3 years of natural disasters follow, and when things settle down, Earth's 10 billion population has died, and only 2 million moon colonists remain. Some return to begin the repopulation of the world in 7 new cities. The remaining colonists on the moon fear that their former neighbors might pose a threat and construct a ring of defense satellites to trap them on the newly repopulated homeworld. The Olympus system destroys anything that travels more than 500 meters above the surface. Then the lunar colonists are wiped out by plague. And that was what made me make the wince. Like, ooh! I'm like, holy shit! And I'm actually gonna end the synopsis there, because I think they keep going, and I'm like, yeah, I kind of don't need to keep going. But yeah, like, that is such a cool premise. Like, that's bananas. I don't even know any characters or anything, but just like knowing that it's the LGH author and like that premise, it's only 2 30-minute episodes. I don't know, that sounds really cool. And that almost reminds me when cinematic platforms even existed. Didn't you say there was like 30 things that started with sex? Let's see how many things started with sex. Actually, yeah, it's coming up. You're right. Shit, I forgot about SE. Fuck. I thought you were talking about the Sekai comment that Drema was mentioning. And then it's like, oh look, we're almost done with SE. Right. Alright, I guess I'll get a Gatorade later. After we're done with the hentai. But that'll be quick. That'll be quick, I swear to you. I would say I know about Time Gal and such, but then I realized I legit only know about any of these F&B games. Same Roger. Only F&B games. Don't know about Night Trap. This is Zone of the Enders? Directed by Mamoru Kanbei. Seven Cities? It says it's directed by Akinori Nagaoka. Let's see the visual. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's how you know we're in for a Tanaka anime. This just looks like LGH. I'm not even I'm not being, I could confuse this for an LGH OVA. Oh my gosh. But you're right, it is directed by Kanbei. But they say it's directed by Akinori Nagaoka. Nago. So he's the supervising director, and then Kanbei's the director. Interesting. There you go. Oh wait, is Seven Cities Nanatoshi Monogatari? Yes, it is. It is Nanatoshi Monogatari. I watched it. I found it extremely boring, sadly. Oh well. I see Kanbei now. It is what it is. Seven of Nana. Seven of Nana. Shichinin no Nana. I've heard this one. It's from 2002. But let me first make sure I read Seven Cities in here. Akinori Nagaoka was credited as chief director, yeah. Goat alert. Let's see if they agree, Hayden. This does seem like fun. I've obviously seen clips of it and seen it around, but... Although the authors... I haven't read this yet. Although the authors would like to point out that grandfather's accident presents an ideal solution to the problem Japan faces in Rizomine. Huh? What does Rizomine have to do with this? Is it the same author or something? What the hell does... It came out the same year? Rizomine is by Imagine, Moe and MOE, Madhouse, Wow Wow. And then Nana is made by ATX Genko. What? Why would you like to point that out? I don't understand. Do you guys understand that? One of the, the original must now attempt to live with 6 wacky incarnations of herself, although the authors would like to point out that the grandfather's accident presents an ideal solution to the problem Japan faces in Rizomine. Like, what? What are they talking about? My brain almost thought you said Secret of Mana. Ah! By the giant robo guy. It is by Yamagawa! Ayo? Ayo? How did I not know that? Isn't that a Mana anime? I don't know. What are they on? I know Weird Proc knows about Rizomine. One of the constant gripes about team shows is that the team members are usually cardboard cutouts displaying one simplistic stereotype who have to work together to succeed. Nana could have made this a virtue by actually showing the process of an underdeveloped young girl, looking at each aspect of her behavior and working out how to balance them in a rounded personality. Instead, it crashes Sailor Moon into Tenchi Muyo as the 7 Nanas converge on the original's school crush, based on a story by director Imagawa. What the fuck? Oh, man. I could have sworn the localized tile was Nana 7 of 7. Oh well. The main Nana was voiced by Nana Mizuki. That needs to be watched now! Absolutely not to do with their article, though. Nana Mizuki x Imagawa. I live. I move. I'm gonna go with I live. That was my impulse. It's a thing you would only understand if you actually watched Griselmine, which is weird for an encyclopedia. I'm literally been watching Griselmine. I don't know what they're talking about. More meaningless comparisons. Crashes Sailor Moon into Tenchi Muyo. Bro, that is not a real sentence. You did not just say that. Oh. Fucking hell. They don't give a straight up opinion, but like, I'm gonna give it dismissive actually. I'm gonna give it dismissive. Could have made team show gripe a virtue. Instead, crashes Sailor Moon into Tenchi Muyo. Fucking hell. I think Imagawa also wrote the manga, so it's like an original. Unless it's the Tenchi Muyo Sailor Moon Mugen Fighter. Seven colored drops from 2007. Prettily colored, innocent, and completely cliched sugar overload of a show, surprisingly based on an erotic dating game. That synopsis is sure a thing. That sure is a show of all time. Wow. I wouldn't have understood. I would not have pegged that based on the visual I'm looking at right here. Like this visual here, I'm like, oh. But then like, just reading it, I'm just like, let me just, I'm not going to put the plot synopsis of Wikipedia. I have to. Just like, look at this visual here. And this is what they say about it. Quiet student Suaba. Oh, fuck. I have to. Shit. Hold on. Quiet student Surabaki is forced by one of his teachers to join the school gardening club, which has just 2 other members, both girls. Then a freakish mishap turns him into a stuffed dog. Is that the ram that she's holding? Is that supposed to be him? Is that the stuffed dog? That's the stuffed dog? Okay. Only one chosen girl can capture the 7 star drops that will enable him to turn back. Luckily, there are a number of magically adept girls from another world hanging around the school, and so, as well as discovering the gentle innocence of first love, Suabaki is sure to regain his own form. A prettily colored, innocent, and completely cliched sugar overload of a show. That was the thing that I found. And I'm like, oh, that'd be cute. As like a different as another playlist potentially. I'll look into it. I'm curious, what do they say about this one? I've been wanting to watch this for ages. I have seen some recommendations comparing it to Kobata, so I'm scared. Ooh. I've had this downloaded for a while. I'll put me one step closer to completing every anime from summer 2007. He's not a dog. And yes, he's turned into a cute mascot, but only during nights. Only during evenings? Then it's like, that's completely, that does change things. Actually sounds good. Yeah, that sounds like a slightly altered Kobato. Hell yeah. I am interested in it just because it does sound cute. Not from their article, exactly. And, I guess we'll go mixed. Prettily colored, innocent, completely cliched, sugar overload of a show. So there's tension between him being her magical girl mascot while falling for her in human shape. Oh, nice. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Severing Crime Edge. From 2005, The Severing Crime Edge. Heck of a title. $2005. I think I said that already, sorry. Soon devolves into a surreal series of challengers of the week. Is it? Is it really? Look, I haven't seen this show or anything, but I have to read this. I hate to keep doing this. I have to read the synopsis of this. I've actually never heard of this show. Kind of interesting. Let me give you guys the visual for this. Oh, that's kind of cute. This is kind of a cool visual. I like this style of reading the thing well, but it's a little cumbersome for me. But I'll do it a couple of times. Quiet student hairdresser Kiri Haimura discovers that his prized scissors are actually one of numerous killing goods, magical artifacts designed for use in a modern-day hunting game. They are also the only scissors in the world that can cut the cursed hair of the beautiful Iwai Mushanokoji, which grows back every night. Kiri is able to snip her into presentability on a daily basis so that she can go to school like a normal girl. But he also becomes her protector when he realizes that the owners of all the other killing goods are converging on their town in order to hunt the prize, Iwai herself. It soon devolves into a surreal series of challengers of the week as new owners of killing goods, a sledgehammer, a syringe, knives, hunt Iwai, the girl, only to be defeated by Kiri in the fashion of the American anti-hero Dexter. Dexter? That's what threw me off. I was like, okay, it's sort of like a killing game type of fun thing. Dexter? I have not seen Dexter, so that could be accurate, but I don't know. I didn't know Dexter was like a a killing game type. I knew it had murder in it, but huh? Oh no, it's one of those Magical Girl shows. 2005, from 2013. It did look pretty modern, the cover there. But yep, it says 2005 right there. Oh well. Kill scissors. Mirai Nikki if it was good. Whenever people say Dexter, I just think back to the lab again. Oh no! We messed up! Since Kiri and these killers, or authors in the parlance of the story, each derive their powers from the obsessions, encounters deriving at least part of their bite from fetishization, perversion, and just plain weirdness. Okay. Sure. As a kid, I always thought Dexter was soon some edgy live-action reboot of the cartoon. Oh shoot, it's from the Yami Taboshi Tokagekon director. Oh, nice. Alright. Here we are. Speed run! Speed run! Because I'm looking at the book here. The only article from the first edition with sex in the title is Sexorcist. But we have... Let me just do this, actually. This will be funny. I can't... Come on. No. Hold on. I have to... What do I do? Properties? Here we go. Okay. I'm writing all of them down. These titles! There it is. I have to make sure I put 1996. Come on. Okay, that's it. It's 1, 2, 3. It's not 30, I'm sorry. It's only 11. Fucking hell. Pog, let's go. Actually, it's time to be speed. Now we're reading sex. Huh? Is it BL, I think? Oh, sure. Cool. Alright. And I'm just gonna double check very quick. Yes, all of them are 3rd editions except for Sexorcist. Ooh, nice. Great. It's me. 6% on my phone battery. Hold on. Ooh. Charge your phone! Alright. Stopwatch. Go. Okay. I don't have to type anything. All they say really is the result is an anime with all the insane campery of Venus 5, but they don't really give an opinion otherwise. Okay. Retitled Love Pistols in English to avoid giving offense, which seems a bit silly given that the punk band has been around for far longer than the manga. Whatever. Yeah, they don't really give much else to it. As in Martin Scorsese's Taxi Driver, to which this erotic anime otherwise bears no resemblance. This being one of those anime. Okay. This title's so weird. Sex Warrior Pudding. Sheesh. Devoted to pornographic computer games in the manner of the protagonist of Akiba Girls. Imagine then his surprise, parentheses, and our lack of it. Okay. They do give an opinion about this one. Exorcist. The SF erotica combination gives 2 extra angles to the dreary combat of Tekken or Toshinden. Avoiding the half-hearted hackery of most porn really makes use of this SF setting. This is a dumb comment. They also speak without moving their lips, allowing the animators, because they're androids or whatever, allowing the animators to concentrate their budget on the fights and naked flesh because they didn't have to animate lip flaps. Okay. Okay, but I'm giving it a positive regardless, even though they caveat it with like, hey, look, it's still porn. But they're giving it a positive. I'll put that in odd choices. It may be an outstanding example of the genre. The genre is porn. I don't think that's how budget works. Okay, we're almost done. I have to compare to the first edition. God damn it! Yep. No change. Yeah, no change. Okay. Seemed to spoil the. Like I summarized the whole thing. Actually, not sequel. I haven't read the sequel yet. Meh. Pretty much. They don't give their opinion though. Oh, what the? Oh. A not unworthy entry in the pornographic magical girl subgenre? What the fuck? Jesus Christ. Not unworthy entry. You know, I'm just gonna put, I think that's just a tongue-in-cheek thing, maybe. Because, like, oh, it has a lot of them. Because it's very on its face. Okay, that took nearly 12 minutes. Fuck. That took 11 minutes and 53 seconds. I am very petty. Now we're on Shadow. And now I will get my Gatorade as a reward. Oh. Ugh. Just reading the chat. Speaking of, did you see my collab idea in Froggy Boys? I didn't. I should. You know they just call on taxi just taxi driver. I'm sure they make a connection, yeah. Hmm. Hey, enjoy Digimon Weird Proc. I worked on that release. I did the captions, and I helped with some of the video restoration. Right, Drama, just say worthy instead of, it's a not unworthy. God damn it. Thank you, everyone, for your support. I don't know this. Only Cozy mentioned it, but did anyone notice that I put an audio effect on my voice on the mic here for like noise canceling? Is it making a difference? Does it sound better instead of the crispy air that it used to sound like? Dude, if this sounds nice, I'll probably just use this for my audio. But I don't know. We'll have to see. X 100% run all stars. Yeah. Shadow Skill from 1995. Okay. Let me just read the 3rd edition and I'll put stuff in. I think they're negative on it because of they're fans of the manga. Compressions devalue the rest of the production. Clear fans of the manga. Reduced to a simple kung fu revenge tragedy. Invaders greatly undervalued. They just do more criticism of the dub, but whatever. Legendary restoration in my book. Coolly worked on it. I think it sounds better than Head from the Dying You Can't Sail. Can't give actual straightforward praise, gotta make it backhanded. I just wish now that One Piece could get the same restoration treatment as Digimon. I think no, I think I've watched One Piece like recently. I think it looks okay. There's not as much rainbowing in the early seasons. I get like 4x3, but it just depends on whether the mass, like, you know, whether that's there for it. I mean, yeah, it's in standard definition still, but the reason they remastered, put it in HD, was because it's only a chunk of the show is in 4x3. The first 200 episodes, which is a lot, don't get me wrong, but 200 out of 1200 out of, you know, 1,000 episodes, you know, it's currently at episode 1080 something. Hold on, I have to look. But like the vast majority of the show is in 16:9, so I understand why they did what they did. Yeah, they're on episode 1061. They're getting close to catching up with the number of chapters. Oh boy. I think it looks good is what I'm saying. Not more manga, only stands. Give me an HD remaster of the Kaizoku fan subs rips of One Piece. Also an HD remaster if you put 4Kids version. Yeah. I've been watching old One Piece and some animation like the faster stuff looks pixelated. Okay, well that's fair. I could get that. But that might be masters. That might not be something that we can restore. Like, our Digimon thing is awesome, and the Astereg is good for stuff that, like, apparently it's fantastic for Digipaint. But there is stuff that, like, you can only do so much out of. You can only do so much with, you know? You can only put shit through a Brita picture so many times. Kind of deal. But we do our best. We're hoping you enjoy the releases we have for that. And hopefully we get to do more of that stuff in the works soon enough. Hopefully. The Shadow Staff. The big... Not a super big article, so I think this counts as as like a People article and not like one of their big articles. Let me read this out loud because this seems kind of cool. A group of a dozen early anime artists and technicians, and sometimes known as the Special Film Unit, officially known as the Toho Aviation Education Materials Production Office, Toho Koku Kyoiku Shiryo Seisaku Sho, which produced 21 wartime anime for military instructional use during 1939 to 44. Early work for the Ministry of Munitions included several installments of an industrial science series, explaining the uses of sheet metal, soldering, and several tools. With the absence of live-action documentary materials, the Shadow Staff also prepared 4 secret films for the Ministry of the Navy under the umbrella title Principles of Bombardment, used to train the pilots who attacked Pearl Harbor. Other works of note by the Shadow Staff include animated guides for identifying different classes of ships from the air, as well as guides to torpedo maintenance and dive bombing. The group's longest work was Principles of the Wireless, Triodes, Musen Rirome Sanyoku Shinkukan, undated, though thought to have been feature-length at 8 reels, and likely to have been completed before anime's first full-length movie, Momotaro's Divine Sea Warriors. In strained times with resources scarce, the Shadow Staff notoriously had access to better materials than those animators, such as Tadahito Mochinaga, who were working on lower priority propaganda. According to Soji Ushio's memoirs, posthumously released in 2007, producers on the Shadow Staff deliberately overestimated their resource requirements by a factor of 300%. Deliberately overestimated their resource requirements by 300%, allowing the Toho studio to acquire vital extra film stock that was then handed over to more needy live-action productions, such as Akira Kurosawa's debut, Sugata Sanshiro from 1943. The films of the Shadow Staff have been largely absent from the historical record, in part because they were never shown in public, but also because they were only 80% animated, and hence do not count as pure cartoons. However, the greatest enemy of their heritage was the fact that they were all destroyed in 1945 by animators who were understandably reluctant to discuss them in the post-war period. From asides in surviving testimonials, it is possible to guess whom the Shadow Staff comprised. Ikuo Oishi, Tomio Sagisu, aka Soji Ushio, Shoji Ichino, Toshiro Wakibayashi, Mitsuyo Seo, and Eiji Tsuburaya are the main figures. I think you know Eiji Tsuburaya. Or am I confusing that with a different Tsuburaya? Hold on, let me just double check that. Nope, I am not confusing that. That is the Eiji Tsuburaya, creator of Ultraman, etc. Well, does he count as the creator of Ultraman, etc.? He's a co-creator of Godzilla and Ultraman. Yes. Cool. Although other names that can be assembled from partial credits include Masao Tamai, Saburo Fukuda, Eiichi Nagamura, Takeshi Mori, Yoshihito Matsuzaka, and Otori Watanabe. Several surviving members of the Shadow staff would join forces with Nichido in the 1950s to form the basis for the company now known as Toei Animation. Nice. I think it sounds better. Thank you, Widproc. I just noticed that, sorry. Made that connection that he's referring to the audio. Secret wartime animated stuff is always so interesting. Limited animation loophole. Legit good, interesting article. Are you sure this is still the Encyclopedia? I'm telling you, man, they know their shit. This is what makes it more baffling to me. It really does. It's Tsuburaya's studio for a reason. Okay. Shadow Star. Naru Taru. 2003. There you go. These articles can't be written by the same writers, are they? So here's the thing. There's two authors. And one of them wrote anime and history, which definitely includes stuff like this, with a focus on early anime. And I've always heard very, very positive things about that section. So I have no doubt in my mind that this is Clements. But those two, and not to mention, there's plenty of collaborating, contributing writers to this. It depends who they got. I don't know who wrote some of these articles. It could be different people. It very well could, because there's been occasional slight bumps and variations. This is impossible to gauge, right? But there's been some... There hasn't been any contradictory information of, like, one article saying that this anime is good, and then another article saying this anime is bad. There hasn't been any super big logical, like, not super big inconsistency like that. Although it has been the case where they said something really positive about an anime in a different article from the anime itself. And the anime itself, it's not a good article. Like, it's not that they say it's bad, but just, like, they either don't give their opinion or they give a more mixed, nuanced type of thing. But back on that, it's because they're so well known in one trivia piece. In one trivia piece doesn't exclude them from being ignorant, if not outright indignant in another form of study. I mean, there isn't like an edit history like Wikipedia, yeah. I don't know what you mean, Alisa. But I think what I think you were trying to say is that, like, you know, they put this stuff in print and they can't change it afterwards. This is in physical ink. But my issue is that, like, the vast majority of the third edition is not dated. The vast majority of the third edition is untouched from the first edition in 2001. Their attitudes, their biases, bulk of the vast bulk, but of course it is. Of course it is. The vast bulk of their writing is unchanged. Because why would you? It's just supposed to be a revised edition. Not a completely different book. But still. Anyway, Naruto. Script by Chiaki Konaka. I wonder if they're going to mention him. That's all they say? Damn, okay. A tale of alien invasion. Obviously, they described the whole show. A tale of alien invasion that starts out cute and perky and gets darker. Based on the 1998 manga in Comic Afternoon by Mohiro Kito. I've heard way more insane shit about that show. I think they mean there's no section of the book that says who contributed. No, yeah, they don't. No, they don't clarify. The only way you can ever tell, or is like, the only confirmation you'll ever get is if they say it somewhere. Like if they admit it in an interview. Yeah. They'll be like, oh, I wrote that article. Or if you ask them. Yeah, stuff like that. Not gonna mention this the Bokurano guy? No, I guess not. Or that it's written by Chiaki Kanaka, script by... Yeah. Gets darker, kind of selling the show short. Yeah, but hey, they didn't really say much else about it. That's okay. Starts out cute and perky, and yeah. Honestly, the insane stuff with Narutaro is kind of short. They don't even call it Pokemon deconstruction, like a lukewarm, such a lukewarm article. Still gotta finish it. Most of the show isn't really like that. Oh, okay. That's good to hear. I just see, you know, do you understand? Because, like, I see the cover of this show. That's cute. That's at least much cuter. But you look at the cover on Mal, and it's a girl with a gun to her head. Obviously not even the main character. Like, that seems to be the main character. This one here. But, like, you see that on Mal, and you're like, oh, you know? Sheesh. But it does look interesting, actually, the more I'm looking at it. That's cool. That's fun. Not a very kind Mal score, though. Sheesh. Recommended. That's good. Mixed feelings. Not recommended. I do like that Mal includes reactions now. That's cool. The dub trailer gives a good indication of the show's tone. Oh, okay. Alright. Not much to say about that one. Shakotan Oogie. 91. It's girls, gangs, and cars in this adaptation of the 1985 manga. Okay. Compared to Initial D. Okay. Not much there. We're on SH. I need to be SHI. Shiba. Shiba the dog's peaceful hunt. We're getting there. But that's that one. Not much to say. No changes. Shakugan no Shana. I'll read this one. 2005. I think it used to be higher. Oh, yeah. Yeah, all the mouse scores tend to lower over time, and after they changed the weighting, a bunch of things lowered significantly. Really? Interesting. Everyday Japanese student Ryuji Sakai is attacked by a strange creature and saved by a girl with red hair and red eyes. Shauna, for it is she. For it is she. What? Is this a reference to the anime or something? Like, why do they go... This is just a weird grammar thing. I don't know. Shauna, for it is she, is a flame haze agent. It's like, oh, a girl with red hair with red eyes. Shauna, for it is she. It's like, huh? I don't know. Just a little weird. Not a big deal, but yeah. Is a flame horse agent whose job it is to hunt down crimson denizens, creatures from the Crimson Realm who are attempting to break into our world. Shauna's mission is to protect Yuji, since there is supposedly something special about him that only gorgeous, nubile alien Amazons can detect. Although initially presented as a tough, uncaring fighter, Shauna inevitably warms to Yuji, particularly after they are forced to set up home in an Urusei Yatsura-inspired cohabitation. learning about the world through the highly inadvisable route of watching TV, Shauna is soon asking Yuji to explain more about this love of which the soap operas continually speak. The authors are tempted to point out, here they go again! Tempted? You're saying it! You're writing it in the book! Just say it with your chest. Say it with the chest. Say it with your chest. The authors are tempted to point out that a more realistic approach would have had her flickering through channel after channel and finding nothing but Tenchi Muyo clones. Hee hee. Questioning her existence and debating the point of it all. What? The authors are tempted to point out that a more realistic approach to the scene about her flipping through TV, finding nothing but Tenchi Muyo clones, questioning her existence, and debating the point of it all. Ha! Like this is definitely a sense of humor for some people. Some people, I'm still, I don't know. I may have laughed at this encyclopedia once, but not really with them. I don't know if I've really laughed with them at anything. Probably. I can't put it past them. I read the whole thing, right? Right? Nevertheless, Shauna and her associates are soon battling to save Yuji and his planet from Alastor, the ruler of the Crimson Realm, using a variety of fire-themed magic. Based on a series of books by Yashichiro Takahashi, illustrated by Noisy Ito. No Easy Ito. As with Slayers, calling them novels is a little presumptuous, as they are low on word count and high on illustrations. More like novelettes. Do they not know? Did they? I'm sure they know what a light novel is, right? Right? It's also weird they didn't really mention, like, it got a second season and a third. When did the... Wait. Wow. Great job, guys. That's so weird. They didn't even bother updating for the third edition. This is definitely written in the second edition from 2005, because all that's listed is the first TV series. And, you know, a lot of you know this about the encyclopedia, they love to pack the word count and the article size, just going over all of the specials and the second seasons and the movie. I don't know if I can show this on, like, if I could do a display capture for a quick second. I just looked up Shakugan no Shana on Taiga. My second display, please. There's a second season that's 24, final, movie, OVA, specials. It's a fucking franchise, bro. And and all of this came out well before 2013. They didn't update it for shit. Okashi. Daga Koredei. It's not Koredei. It's not good. That sucks. How weird. I gotta watch Shauna just have the final trio of Tsundere. I think for it is she is them trying to say Shauna's a female name, which is probably a huge discovery for the authors. I don't like it as much as the other two, but it has some moments I really like. He has the main character gland. Shauna introduced me to Kobayashi's work, good writer and good anime. Bruh. Wait, they don't live together though. Wait, they don't? She stays over his house for a bit. How Familiarize was the bad one of the three. And the anime's kind of weak, but the light novel for Zero no Tsukaima is one of my favorites. Absolute cowardice of disclaimer. It's nothing like Urusei Yatsura, they're so full of themselves. I can see that. Not British enough. I'm not sure what they're referring to, like the flames going out and people's existences are being erased? Boy, these people must hate comic books. Wish we had a word for those. Yeah, Trevor. I don't think that a typical light novel volume has that much in terms of illustrations. They are novels? They don't have that many pictures and illustrations, man. It's not a freaking picture book. Maybe it has exponentially more pictures than the average light novel. This is before the isekai boom, so they would have known. I don't know about light novels until last year. Honestly, do these people like anything besides movies? Rare moment. No, they like manga. They like manga. Rare moment where Anime Encyclopedia is aligned with the fans and pretending Shauna's Season 3 didn't exist. Looked like the first volume. Not that many pictures. Looks through the first volume, not that many pictures. Yeah, somehow Shauna had the most entries, even though Toradora, the major soon stuff. Season 3 that bad? I'm thinking of staying at least for Shaman King and possibly Sherlock Hound. Oh, thank you. Yeah, Shauna 3 isn't that bad. Animation's great. Has some fun. I like the OP for Season 3. I love the shot. That's the only Shotgun Asana, Shauna thing I know about. Is I stumbled across OP3 and I'm like, this slaps! This whips ass! I want to watch Season 3, but I keep getting put off because people keep saying it's bad. Stomach, try it! Don't listen to those... Yeah, I was going to say cowards, and I'm just like... Whatever. Yeah, that's weird. I didn't really give an opinion on it. And then, I'm just going to mention, they, don't list anything. Any additional seasons. I'm going to put that, that's fine, wrong choices. Didn't list any additional seasons, or movie, or specials, at all. Just Season 1. Didn't update for 3rd edition. Oh yeah, I think Shauna OPs are done by the band who does Prisma Iliad. I remember you ranked all the Shauna OPs with me on Skype back in the day. I definitely don't remember that. I don't even know I don't know if I've ever listened to the first 2 OPs. There's most of the time, Roger, when you said something that's like a recollection of things we did, I'm like, yeah, I do remember that. Oh yeah. I just do not. Like, I'll be like, that wasn't me. I'll go that far. Hi, Roger. Nice to see you. And you too, Floyd, man. And it's awesome, Weeb. Good to see you, too. Obi-Wan is of dubious status with my least favorite anime song. One of my favorite artists. So even less motivation to watch, I guess. Dang. Is OP1 Light My Fire? OP3. It's 3 OP1, which is... What is it? Light my fire. Oh. It's so anime, dude. I'm just looking at like thumbnails for Shotgun no Shana. And it's like, whoo! Boy, that's anime. That sure is anime. Alright. Here it is. I can do this so Weird Proc can move off from the thing he needs to do. Or watching Digimon. Go watch Digimon. Shaman King from 2001. And it is not in the 1st edition. But I understand. That's okay. Shamans are people who can communicate with the supernatural and join with the spirits of the dead to use their skill and power. Teenager Yo Asakura is a shaman engaged to the ambitious Anna, She wants to marry the greatest shaman of all, the Shaman King. Oh, this is a weird synopsis so far. Like, okay, yeah, I guess honest. Yeah, yeah. Not gonna bring up his spirit, his shaman guy that he fights with. She wants to marry the Once every 500 years, a great contest, the Shaman Fight, gives the winner the chance to become Shaman King and wield great power by controlling the strongest spirits. The winner also gets to meet God. I'm not like a big Shaman King fan. I did the closed captions for the first season. So like, I've seen it technically, but like this just doesn't feel right. There's just something really off about this synopsis so far. Yo goes to Tokyo for the contest, along with his 3 faithful friends, Manta Oyamanda, an undersized junior high school student who is scared of spirits but is able to see them, and whom Yo has taken on as a de facto apprentice. Is he an apprentice? I guess. His spirit partner, a samurai named Amidamaru. Amidamaru! That's right. That's right. Amidamaru! And Anna, who is also a medium and is acting as his trainer. That's so weird that you brought up Anna so early. You're like, Yo Asakura, teenager Yo Asakura is a shaman engaged to the ambitious Anna. She wants to marry the greatest shaman of all, the Shaman King. Once every... I don't know. Weird back-of-the-box copy type of... Just... As someone who's written back-of-the-box copy for some discotheque releases, it's just like... Along the way, they meet strong opposition, misfit ghosts, and would-be magicians, in a series whose high concept could be summed up as Phantom Quest Corps meets Dragon Ball. Ah! Alright. Sure. Alright. Based on a manga by Hiroyuki Takei, serialized in Shonen Jump. That's it. Just synopsis. And they just go, I'm just gonna put that in dismissive. I just, God like capital G God? Yeah, like capital G God. The winner also gets to meet God. The winner also gets to meet God. Yeah, you said OP1 of Shauna was the standard anime OP, and then I was like, that's my favorite. And you were like, it sounds like something you'd like! I am so rude! And then you said Shauna 3 OP1 would make you want to watch the show. It still does. But that other one's so rude. I'm sorry. Now I kind of remember it, but still. Maybe, yeah. I don't know if it was Skype. I feel like we were on Discord by then. Are you sure about that? I'm pretty sure the OPs for those are done by different people. I might be completely misremembering which OPs match which. Shauna's definitely one of the better news and Dender here. And honestly, wish the Darius would come back. What archetype is even hot right now? Oh, yeah, you know. I would say the bullying type. I don't know if there's a Dare archetype for it. But again, this is essentialism, and I like to avoid. I like to steer away from that. Personally, you can talk about it if you want. Light My Fire is not a bad song per se. It says at least 100 other Kotoko songs I'd rather be listening to. Okay, I'm not familiar with the artist. What the heck is this Shaman King description? No mention of, like, the early episodes? The problem is less talented writers think tsundere translators are abusive love interests. Oh, I'm thinking of someone else. This is such a bad description of Shaman King. Didn't even try tier. Fun fact, Anna's the mascot of some Japanese police station. Really? That's interesting. Are you thinking of Minami Shibai? She's in My Hime and Ilya. As long as there's some love, I don't mind. But there's other things that push weapons. I've only seen the first few episodes, so this is weird. I would have never thought to compare Shaman King and Phantom Quest Core. There they go again. Familiar of Zero made me start to hate newer versions of the archetype. There's so much more similar shonen to compare it to. Yeah, they're not even that clever with their comparisons. But yeah, not any mention of Ryu? Yeah, his rival character? No, of course not. Yeah, sorry, we're going to agree to disagree. Louis is my favorite characters ever. Damn, wow. Should no one tell them Dragon Ball took a ton of inspiration from... Yeah, they know. I feel like they know. Yeah, let's go with that. Tsundere was the bullying type. We're just moving further and further soon. Oh, yeah, that's fair. I'm a big Tsundere fan, lots of types. Who was that? I was about to say, I was like... I was dead ass thinking, like, you guys are mentioning tsunderes, and I'm like, there was a tsundere I watched recently that I really liked. I really liked it. I was like, this is a good tsundere. And it was Kurisu from Steins Gate. I did like Kurisu. Like I told you, I like all the I liked most of the characters. I don't think I could say I liked all the characters. I didn't like Okabe. Sorry to bring it back down to me being mid on Steins Gate. But I like most of the other characters. I don't think I was a huge fan of the device about Rukawa was her name. Was it Rukawa in Steins Gate? Where, like, it just bothered me. It also just doesn't, like... It doesn't age all that well. I don't know, there's something, like, that bothered me in, like, today's modern... not even Christina. But the, what was I thinking? The thing that they did with Rukawa, it's the shrine, the shaman girl. And I say girl because, you know, it has this thing, Ruka, yeah, where, like, Okabe is just like, he's a guy. He's a guy. He has all the, it's a woman, they clearly want to be a what, it's a guy. Don't get mistaken. It's a guy. Like, it was really annoying. It was really annoying. Especially when, it's not really that much of a spoiler, but, like, Ruka's, like, intention and wish is to be a girl. And then, like, gets to an alternate reality for it at one point, and then they have to undo that. And it's like, this sucks. Let Ruka be who they want to be. They don't mention the guy with the pompadour who has an Italian accent in the dub. Yeah. I'm a fan of blonde tsunderes with twin tails. That's very specific, Victor. I'm just letting you know. I mean, I like characters like Asuka and Akane, but that's because those girls have well-defined personalities. Removing Okabe's VN inner monologue was the worst aspect of the show. I don't think that would have let me in. I don't think that would have endeared me to him anymore. I just don't think so. But yeah, Ruka as Otokonoko is super dicey in today's world. Yeah, it just doesn't ring. It just doesn't hit very good today. It definitely dates the series. And I hate to be like, it dated. I really hate that, but like, that's difficult for me, I think. See, the worst part is the best VN alt ending is they get married. Damn. Yeah, the whole part with the reality change made me sweat, even back when I watched it in 2014. If you don't like Ruka, I don't like you. I like Ruka. I like Ruka, I just don't like what the story did with them and how Okabe treats her. It's like, this is a guy. It's a guy. It's a guy. Like, it was so... I'm not even exaggerating. There's that first inner monologue where it's like, really earth-shattering, ooh. And I don't know, it's... You know. And the canon reason Okabe doesn't reciprocate is, I'm straight. Yeah. Back to Shaman King, they could have at least mentioned the other work of the director. Nah, Seiji... I mean, yeah, that'd be cool. Seiji Mizushima is someone I keep bringing up. I keep noticing. I keep seeing the name of, for sure, but... I don't, of course not. You say it's very specific, but it's definitely a character type that occurs more than once. It's definitely a character type that occurs more than... Very specific? What was I referring to? Because just because it's a character type that occurs more than once in other media doesn't mean that I think it ages all that well, or like, you know, or is handled in this particular story in a way that I think is interesting or tasteful. It's ambiguous, and it's not for or against Ruka actually being a girl beyond it conditionally of because Okabe likes girls. But it's still pretty otaku logic. Yeah, But also just the weird, really dumb drama stuff that happens in there because he shifts the world reality line, I think it's the name of it, where Ruka is a girl. There's several really awkward scenes where he's like, you know, and like he's like gropes her and everything, and you know, obviously Kurisu and Mayuri have this like big negative reaction. It's like, oh, you don't understand. It's get it out of here. Not my MC. Not my MC, actually. Wachihari Ogaru, I can't believe I was actually queer baited and I like all the girls. I am not. I know a lot of people like Ogaru. Maybe I will. I don't know. I don't know when I would. I don't know. Okay, but yeah, I'm just gonna put like pretty notably bad. Notably bad synopsis. Shaman. Princess. Yeah. I went back to Steins Gate. Yeah, I'm sorry. I guess it's thought-provoking. It's not my subs. It's my English closed captions is what I worked on. That's what I work on. But I don't touch the subs. Because that's a whole... We have a guy who's really good at, like, styling and things like that. So that's his wheelhouse. But I do kind of the menial tasks, which I like. I'm a fan. I just am wired for that, and I enjoy it. And it's a task that kind of needs to be done if they want it. But like, you know, we include closed captions for our English only releases, so they still have, you know, actual like some readable thing for people who are hard of hearing. You know, for what closed captions are for. But also, like, you know, a lot of people watch with closed captions nowadays. I've noticed. Like, when we watch movies with my roommates and stuff, they very often just put on the closed captions automatically. And I rage whenever things like speaks in Spanish. I'm like, you couldn't have looked up the word. Like, it was so. I always hate when that shit happens. Like, as someone who works on those stuff, but I just want to clarify. Everything is just Steins Gate in disguise. No. Also, I forgot to mention in the German Amazon page for Steins Gate also calls it Japan's equivalent to the Big Bang Theory. I hope they just got that from the funny DVD. I remember I was talking to Rags about Fate, and he was like, this sounds like a ripoff of Shamanic Princess, and I was really fascinated after that. Okay, nice. Yeah. But I'm happy I should clarify, I'm very happy you got the Japanese release, because that's important to demonstrate that there is interest in those releases. Yeah, that was Anime Vice's doing. I mean, the current lighting choices sure require captioning. Yeah, exactly. Okay, Shamanic Princess Shimon from 1996. Oh, I'm really close. I can see Shibai, like she over here, like SHI on the next page. I'm close. I'm just hit the 3-hour mark. Let's focus. They have another double contradiction, a double negative. They are not unsuccessful. There are faint echoes of Kiki's delivery service in the European setting and mundane witchery. They seem to give a lot of praise to the visuals. Let me check the 3rd edition. Designer's film. On Miss Machiko. Or just, yeah. Yeah, it's from 1981. It's Miss Machiko. The later Crayon Shinchan would bring similar criticisms about the PTA. Alright, not much else to it. But let me just double check the 1st edition. They do add something. Added 2005 live action movie. Appears to have inspired the more substantially more pornographic pastiche and porn pastiche. Shameless School, 1996. But there's this other article here called Shameful from 1999. It's not in the 3rd edition at the moment. Let's find it. Shusaku. They do list it in places. Wait. Shusaku. Okay, so they just change, rename, let's say it. Move, rename, shame, shameful to Shusaku. Let me just compare, let me just do this one right now. Sorry, I'm not gonna do that one. It's, or I'll get to it. Yeah, I'll get to it. Shameless, we'll just get to shame, because it's an SH. Shameless School. Oh, it's Harenchi Gakuen. I'm a dumbass. Because I was like, Go Nagai's controversial 1968 manga. I'm like, yeah. This is the 1996 OVA. 2 episodes. Well, it's 47 minutes, 45 minutes, I guess. Pink Pineapple made it. Much to the annoyance of the PTA organizations all over Japan. I didn't realize that it's not even listed on Wikipedia, actually, the OVA that they're talking about. Heisei Harenchi Gakuen. One-shot anime revived Go Nagai's controversial manga. Yeah, so Harenchi Gakuen's, but then this is Heisei Harenchi Gakuen. So that was a direct-to-video live-action film and an OVA. Yeah. Anyway. Shangri-La. Let me just double check the first edition again. Yeah, no change. Visual, this looks cool. Just came back. Did they mention its ties to Magic Users Club? No, of course not. So I'm pretty sure they didn't. Pretty sure. No, they compare it to Kiki's Delivery Service. They mention Ray Earth's Ishida and Spriggan's Hajime Matsuoka. And then they also say the CG rose petals in the opening credits and ribbon-like adornments worthy of Oh My Goddess. A particular fad from the sigils of the sorcerer's own skins. A peculiar fad from the mid-1990s also found in Tattooed Master. They don't mention that. Magic Users Club. When you're trying to inflate your word count, yeah. I mean, it doesn't have 4 kids edits, so it's more mediocre than outright terrible. I dug it. I thought Shaman 4 Kids was fine. Shaman Princess does have very good graphics, but like our Japanese release is the remaster. Like that's the actual one that we did a actual remaster for that looks great. So definitely get it Japanese. Anytime they bring up a Miyazaki movie, I just assume Helen wrote it. Yeah. I tried watching 4 Kids Ultimate Muscle. The music just dulled the whole experience. Very dull music. Yeah, I don't even notice the music at all. But like, I would probably prefer watching that dubbed. The dub's actually awesome, I think. And I kind of want to make a video about it. I did the captions for that as well. And just, that's a show that allowed them to be as creative and funny and the delivery, like the fact that one of the announcers is voiced by the guy who voices James from Team Rocket. That dude, goated voice actor. Actually goated voice actor, I think. He's so cool. He's so funny. One Piece and Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds are at the bottom of the barrel. Funny enough outside.
Outside of the music and violence edits, I have little complaints about 4Kids. Yeah. Oh, I went back and you were right. It was a Discord conference from 2017. Few OPs held a candle to 5 lesbianist. Can't attest for Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. 4Kids One Piece is pretty bad. In reference to Shauna OPs. Yeah. Same for me. A friend of mine watched all of Miss Machiko. We were really into it. Good for them. Used to hate the pirate rap as a kid. Now I like it, ironically. Okay, the voice acting ultimately is a mixed bag, but I still like most of it. I'm aware of Pink Pineapple, but I can never find a consistent filmography. That is such a landmark manga, never got a proper anime. Yeah. Bandai Visual produced Shamanic Princess and Magic Users Club. Peaked with Pokemon. You brought the same proof of purchase with both series. You got a copy of it, yeah. No love for Brooklyn Rage. Brooklyn Rage! That was interesting at least. 4Kids so really good. I like Mew Power. Yeah. Alright. This is from 2009. I'm this far into the encyclopedia and you have to do that? Dude! This is so stupid. I'm just gonna type it first. I'm just gonna type it. Hold on. Shangri-La. Does this restrict the potential for fan service, argot, and jargon? You feel the need to explain fan service here, not anywhere else? Like, they even think the word fan service is too much of an argot and jargon. Come on! You certainly didn't have that attitude when you were using it a couple articles ago, saying this show is fan service incarnate. It's Pokemon with tits. Whenever I watch 4Kids dubs, I feel like I should be watching it on a Saturday morning. Hell yeah. Eric Stude's the guy. That's right. That's Brock too? Wow. Wait, and Kaiba? Get the fuck out. I can't. That makes him even more goated. I didn't actually think he had that range. I can't believe that. The editing in 4Kids shows is actually crack. Anyone else watch the new Mew? No. Constant changes in music and stuff is so funny. Talked about the OG Yu-Gi-Oh dub. I need to check it out. New is kind of funny with overall mid. Dang. Okay. What do they mean by this? Makoto Besho is still an inexperienced director here, but he knows the importance of panty shots and gratuitous violence. Beautifully designed, sloppily plotted series promises so much and delivers rather less. The Range Murata character designs are a guilty pleasure. Never have 18-year-olds looked so 12. Hey, they really don't have to say that. They really didn't need to say that. You could have written something different there. Or anything else. For fuck's sake. Guys. Oh no. Is this sarcasm? I actually don't know. But then, guilty pleasure. Never have 18-year-olds looked so 12. God damn it! Oh! The dubs only start to go downhill after Ultimate Muscle. The new Mew makes me sad that there have been that many more new endangered species since 2000. Yeah, I heard about that. Eric Stewart might be the greatest save of all time. Season 2 at least fits better with a weekly format. It could be it could be because I was allowed to watch Adult Swim as a kid, but I didn't like how 4Kids Later dubs treat the audience like idiots. Yeah, it's bad. Sus alert. Oh, don't be chalky trash about Range Murata. Range Murata. Projectiona. She's a 10, but she looks 12. That made you laugh. Drema, yeah, but like, again, not with them. Not with them. Not with them. I'm just admitting that they're a guilty pleasure. And to be like, wow, these 18-year-olds remind me of 12-year-olds. Great! Guilty pleasure? Can we not? Like, sheesh. Also, I'm not familiar with Range Murata, Range Murata designs, so I'm going to inform myself. This does not help me. Yeah, please. Thank you. Oh! Yeah, wait a minute. Yeah, I know this character designer. Hey! Oh, come on! I'm familiar with this character designer. Damn! Don't have to do that. You don't have to be like that. Sheesh. Oh well. Aw, man. Eric Stewart also voiced Gory from Slayers. Vine Boom sound effect. He did designs for Last Exile. Yeah. Kexi loves him. Last Exile, Cop. Oh yeah, Copcraft. Right. I know I enjoyed the 4Kids of One Piece as a kid. Looking back at it, seems like a miracle I liked it, but maybe the original story and themes shown through for me. Yeah. Doing him so dirty. God damn it. Renge, Murata, character designs are a guilty pleasure. Never have 20-year-olds looked so 12. Damn it! Who said we're reading number 6 as well, IRC? What the fuck, man? Alright, I'd say beautifully designed, sloppily plotted. So mixed. Shangri-La. Beautifully designed, sloppily plotted. Promises so much and delivers rather less. Shattered Angels, 2007.
The crossover tale, referencing earlier works such as Magical Meow Meow Taruto, Steel Angel Kurumi, and Destiny of the Shrine Maiden. The end result is a series that imports cliches not only from its genre, magical high school romance, but also from its sister stories, and ends up too overwrought and tedious to be saved by the beautiful art and skill lavished on it by the crew. It wants to reach the same level as Utena or Sailor Moon, but doesn't. It is not a fucking competition. Fuck off. Absolutely fuck off. I don't see it. I look at this cover. Honest to God, I look at this cover and I do not see them trying to be like, oh, it wants to be Sailor Moon or Utena. No, I don't see that. I don't see that. Let it be its own fucking thing, please. Looks fine, but... I really try to... Because the underlying anime looked cool, I couldn't put up with the bad edits and horrible dialogue. My neighbor who I was friends with a kid told me you'd get beaten up at school if you said you liked One Piece. Yeah? Someone used to say something similar to me about 03. Oh, Shadow Danger doesn't reference Destiny of the Shrine Maiden. 2 characters in Shadow Angels are reincarnations of characters from there. Sheesh! Also, it's not Utena or Sailor Moon, it's a Yuri manga. Maybe I'll have to watch Shadow Danger's out of spite now. Yeah. Shadow Danger's focus is less on the Yuri than Shrine Maiden does, since the hetero romance takes the kind of main focus. Also, when I say I was allowed to watch Adult Swim, I mean the anime. 90% of the program was off limits. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. I wonder who they're gonna mention in this one. Sherlock Hound, 1984. The great detective Sherlock Holmes and his faithful friend Dr. John Watson are in constant demand in Edwardian London to foil the evil schemes of Professor Moriarty, who is constantly out to steal some exotic treasure or cause havoc with his minions, Todd and Smiley. In this charming adventure series for children, they are transformed into anthropomorphic dogs. See also Dogtanian and the Three Musket Hounds. Their adventures are full of charm, wit, and energy as they search for a missing train, track 3 mysterious lobsters, and defeat a monster in the Thames that is more than it seems. Adapted by Montana Jones creator Margot Pago from the original novels by Arthur Conan Doyle, this was Pago's first work with Ghibli's Giants. The series was very popular on TV in the UK and is still available on video in the US. The episodes Blue Carbuncle and Sunken Treasure were combined to make a 1984 theatrical release shown on a double bill with Miyazaki's Nausicaa. A further 2, Kidnapping of Miss Hudson and Air War Over the Cliffs of Dover, were combined to create a 1986 movie shown on a double bill with Castle in the Sky. A more realistic Sherlock Holmes would get on the trail of a French master thief. See Lupin the Master Thief and the Enigma of 813. The first episode also exists in an alternate dub made by TMS for promotional purposes, which showcases more realistic British accents and renames Todd and Smiley as Nigel and Bruce. Let me read the 3rd edition. That wasn't a bad article, though. They didn't really choke on Miyazaki too much.
Yep, no change. I do give it a positive. All good girls shown is the same to them. Pacing bets they're gonna make it like Miyazaki carried the whole show. No, they held back on this one. They actually did pretty good at this. They did pretty good this time. I found it kind of boring and slow. There was a couple moments I recall liking. Didn't know there was an alternate dub. They talk more about the UK than Miyazaki. I like Sherlock Hound. Have the wonderful Blu-ray. I gotta get that Blu-ray. I've actually not seen Sherlock Hound yet, so I may as well watch it in the best possible quality. She, no angel. 1994. Are we gonna try? Well, I guess it's nice not having any, because this is the one that I know the least about out of Ayazawa's works. This is Tenshi Nanka Janai. 30-minute OVA from 1994. The first thing that ever got adapted from her. And all it says, based on the manga and Ribbon magazine by neighborhood story creator Ayazawa, this anime features the drama and romance entering one girl's attempt to transfer schools. That's it? Look, I get it's 30 minutes, but geez, you have way more to say about stuff that's 7 minutes or whatever. Come on. Why put it in there if it's all you're gonna say? Whatever. We're ending on Sheba the Dog's Peaceful Heart. This is the last. We're here, fellas. We made it. Sheba the Dog's Peaceful Heart. Sheba Wanko. Enchantingly old-fashioned confection intended to teach children how to behave, and thus very useful to foreigners who want to learn the manners of polite Japanese society. Cute. Enchantingly old-fashioned confection. I should say, and enchantingly old-fashioned confection. I'm interested in that now. That sounds really cute. Really pleasant. Sheba, the dogs, peaceful art. From 2006, yeah. 80 episodes! 82-minute episodes! Get out of here, ad. Right. That looks cute. Look at that. Look at that. Shiba Wanko no Wanakoro Kokoro. I wonder if it's on the tube. Got a little bit. We got a little bit on this on the tube of YouTube. Oh. Cute and good.
庭の掃除をしましょう。ほうきさばきも海外しい芝ワンコです。ん？
This is on AB. Anyway, that looks great. I keep moving. Damn, I lost that bet. Yeah. Bruh. The end? Nice, I can go to bed straight afterwards. I don't think Miyazaki will ever praise their people not making anime. Yeah. And a marathon Shiba to inflate my mouse score. Shut up. Wow, I love Haikyuu. Weird, I couldn't find what I was good Googled that title. That's so cute. Do a live spilling the milk reaction video. I'm good. I'm good actually. Good vibes. Don't mess with the doggo. Yeah. Okay, let's count how many are entries I have to read to what entry do I have to get to next time? 50 entries, and I'll say out loud ones that stick out to me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Shiki. Shugo Chara. Okay, we are stopping at Sign of the Otaku. And the stream's gonna be Thursday. I'll be sure to put that on the stream on this area there. Should be at least. Okay. Alright. We're at less than 300 entries now. I don't want to fuck with the exact number, but yeah. Shin-chan. It was in Crayon Shin-chan. It was in C. I read that a while ago. I can read it if you want. Interested to hear the Shugakara next time. Hop, step, jump. Whew. Okay. Sorry this chat's not on the stream again. I like having it inside there. Yeah. Not bad. Alright, perfect time for dinner too. Yeah, it's about 10:20 for me. About time to head out. 3.5 hours too. I dig that. Alright, fellas. I don't think I've usually ended on a stream on this yeah, I think I have. Whatever, doesn't matter. I enjoyed this this stream, and I hope you did too. Yeah. No, it's okay. No, fair enough. You can always check out the VOD wherever you can find it. It's such a big stream series right now. Anyway, I will head out. It's good to see you guys. Thank you so much for coming. You guys are great. You guys have a great couple of days. Yo, peace.